And, well, we don't know when it will be called, unless a matter that is so urgent comes up and the Speaker so considers it after meeting with the leadership. We cannot be recalled anytime soon. If they chose to go the route of 15% of the membership petitioning Mr. Speaker, that gives us 14 days to be able to recall Parliament.
14 days?
14 days, because when you put in your petition, the Speaker has 7 days within which to indicate within the next 7 days when Parliament will be recalled. That gives it 14 days.
I see.
If we are going to be recalled through a normal process and not anything urgent that has happened, members of Parliament need 14 days notice. It is only when, Mr. Speaker, there is an urgent matter, very urgent matter, that it is within 3 days that notice is given to members for them.
In the next line of question, then we'll ask what really are the options that are available now. At what point in time can we have the members called in on any state of emergency or on agency, so to speak? Now, we've also been joined by one of the key professors in the Department of Political Science and History, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and Dr. Kwesi Amache-Boateng is joining us. Good morning to you. Have you turned prof yet, sir?
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Okay.
No.
All right.
In fact, yeah.
Okay, so we'll be with you. And Solomon also too is here. I've already introduced you, haven't I? Now, Mr. Ishak, yes. You take a look at what transpired yesterday. Yes. The position of the caucus of the MPP in Parliament. Yes. And then the actions that they took. They should have stayed in the House. Okay. Mr. Ishak.
I think the decision they made to stay out of Parliament was the right decision.
You think so?
Yes, it was actually in the national interest. Here is the case: a court has made a legitimate decision by telling the Speaker that they have given you stay of execution. What that simple means is that everything is frozen and it has to go back to the status quo. But you got the minority, because I believe if you interpret the Constitution very well,
who is the minority here?
The minority is the NDC caucus. If you interpret the Constitution well, you cannot have something that has never been given to you legitimately. I will come to explain that. So if you have such...
Mr. Ishak, let's deal with this.
Let's deal with it.
Let's deal with something. Okay. There was a pronouncement the last week.
Yes.
The Speaker, Albert Bagbane, following that pronouncement, then gave everyone, all and sundry, all stakeholders, a certain implication.
Yes.
And I'm told you're a lecturer, right?
Yes.
And so it implies.
What I'm saying is that the decision made
So how come you as a law lecturer describing one side of the House a minority when we know that there's a standing pronouncement that has been made by the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament?
Let me explain. The pronouncement made by the Speaker of Ghana Parliament was unlawful. It was based on unlawful power grab from the court themselves. If you look at Article 99, Clause 1, Subclause A, it's very, very clear over there. Let's look at Article 99.
It's here. Should I read it for you? You want to?
Yes, you can read it for me, but...
okay, you want to reference it yourself?
Let me read it, yes. So Article 99, it said the High Court shall have jurisdiction to hear and determine any question whether a person has been validly elected as a member of Parliament or the seat of a member has become vacant. The Constitution rightly reserved this for only the High Court and no other body. Now, some people argue that the Speaker was right because of Article 110. If you look at what Article 110, the power given to Parliament of Ghana is procedure, is to determine procedure through their standing orders. Now, this is a general provision because it says procedure. But if you look at Article 99, Clause 1, Subclause A, it says that the power to determine vacancy in Parliament is reserved for what? For only the High Court. So now, people think there is conflict here, but there's no conflict. For you to read the Constitution proper, you have to input what we call principles. And that's when you go to legal theory. There is a legal theory by Professor Hart, who talks about open texture of legal documents. And there's also legal theory advanced by Professor Dworkin that talks about the fact that there has never been gaps in law. There are principles for you to always fill the gaps. So here, if you look at these two articles, you tend to think it's conflict, but it's not. Because we have a principle of constitutional law, we call it for short, lex specialis rules, or generalis specialis derogat. Simple means that when there is a specific provision and there's a general provision, the specific provision takes precedence over a general provision. So if power has specifically been given to the High Court